Hello everyone, this is Aprajita from Fedena support, and today we are going to see that how using Fedena we can configure fees for any institution. So for that we need to go to administration first, and under administration we can find finance, and under finance today we are going to go deeply into the fees part of finance. So what all we are going to see is how do we create fees, how do we schedule the fees for some dates? How do we collect the fees from the students? And we can even view the fee structure for the students. We can see who all students have not paid the fees. We can refund a part of the fees that is already paid. And we can also see some detailed reports. So what I'll do is I'm going to show you a scenario, and based on that scenario, we are going to do all this in Fedena. We are going to create fees based on that scenario. So let us see a scenario. Let's say that I have a batch grade 1, course grade 1, which has 2 batches. And for that batch, this is the academic session. And these are the particulars of the fee. So what I mean to say here is that in April 2014, registration fee, security deposit and tuition fee. So all this, which is 31,000, should be paid by any student belonging to course grade 1. And it is one-time payment. So let's say it is going to be paid in April 2014. And besides this, this is what every student has to pay. But in case a student is a ward of a staff, so a staff children, if the student belongs to staff children category, he should be given 500 discount on the total fees. So let's say this is the scenario, and we are going to replicate this scenario in Fedena now. So grade 1, I already have this structure with me here. I already have grade 1, so I'll just show you. Here I have grade 1 course, which has 2 batches, grade 1A 2014 and B 2014. In A 2014, there are some students, and similarly in B 2014, we have 2 students. So I'm going to create fees for the course grade 1, so it's applicable for both the batches. So what I'll do is I'll click on this create fees. And to create fees, we need to follow a particular workflow here. So first, I'm going to create a category. So category is just the name of the fees. So let's say I'm giving a name like fees for grade 1, let's say 2014 academic session. So we are going to say, like, you can give a proper description here. And I want it for both the batches, so I'm saving it. Now we've created this master category, we'll call it. Right now this master category is empty, in the sense it does not have any particulars. What are particulars? Particulars are these. Registration fee is one particular, security deposit is another, tuition fee is another. So we need to create particulars, so I'm going back to here, this create fees. So let's create particulars. So for what category? So this is the category that I just created. And what is the particular name? So what I'll do is I'll just copy from here. So registration fee I want, let the description be this. And it is, you can create either for all the students of the batches, or based on admission number, or based on student category. But here, since registration fee is common to all, so I'm selecting all from here. And I'm putting the amount, which is 12,000. Let's say this is the amount. So I'm creating registration fee particular under fees for G1 2014 master category. So I've created it. And similarly, I'll create another one. So security deposit is another one. Description, we should give the proper description here. And the amount is, let's say, 10,000. And it is applicable to both the batches. So I'm creating security deposit particular, and the third one is tuition fee. And the amount for this is 9,000. So I've created the particulars. So when I look at this batch now and when I click on this, I can see that these are the particulars that I've just created. Okay, so we have created the fees, we have created the category, we have created the particulars. Now in case some discount is applicable, let's see how to create discount. So discount can be for a batch. So for the full batch, you want to, let's say you want to give 500 rupees discount for the full batch. So you can select batch here. It can be for a student category. So I have few categories of students. I'll just show you that. So I have two categories that I've created, staff child and sibling in institution. So these two categories, the students can fall in either of the categories. So I also have students in grade 1 who fall in this category, and I'll just show you that as well. So grade 1, A 2014. Let's see this chat student. He is okay, let's add a category for him. It's not showing here. So we can select the category as staff child. So Jack is a staff child. I'm updating it here. And let's select it for other students as well. So let me just check for Jill. So Jill is sibling and institution. And let's see John. Because based on these categories, we have to create fees. So that is why I'm modifying it. Okay, so we've created for John as well. So John is staff child, and we have seen the categories here. Now let's say based on the student category, I want to give discount. So I'll name it as, let's say, staff child discount. And I'm selecting this category that I just created. It is applicable for both the batches. And what is the student category? So the category that I just showed you, staff child or sibling in institution. So for which I want to create the discount, and what is the discount, actual discount. So let's say I want to give 500 rupees amount. So it can also be the percentage of the full fee amount, or it can be a fixed amount. So I'm selecting amount. So it means that he will have to pay 500 less than what is the total amount. So this is what we have done, discount of 500 in total fees for staff children. Okay, so here let's create this. So we've also created discount. We can even view it from here. So we can see that for this batch, there is a discount that is applicable on staff children. What it means is that G1A 2014, if it is having any students that are belonging to this category, they will have to pay 500 rupees less than what is the actual fee amount. So this is how we can create the discount. And then the fourth thing that we have to do in workflow is we can generate fine. Generate fine is what it means is that I'll just first create it. Okay, so what we'll do is when we are going to schedule this fees, right now we have just created the fees. When we are going to schedule it for some dates, we are going to give a due date there. What I am doing here is that if a student is paying amount, if a student is paying fees one day after the due date, the fine that should be applicable. So now he will have to pay 500 extra. So this is the fine amount because he's paying one day after the due date. So in the same way, this is again, you can have it as a percentage of the fee or the amount. So I want it to be the amount. I can add another fine slab here by clicking on this fine slab, and I can give here 2 days after due date. I want him to pay 1000 fine. Again, amount. So this what I'm doing is I'm creating slabs of fine. So what should happen if the due date is exceeding? After 1 day, 500 extra. After 2 days, 2000, 1000 extra, and so on. You can add more fine slabs. So I have created this fine slab. So we have done this part fully. We can just see from here also, just an overview. So I have created this fees, which is the category of the fees. I have given some particulars inside that. I have created discount. So I can see the discount from here. So there is a discount on the staff children who are in this batch. And I have also created fine slabs. So I can do that from here. So now we have created the fees. Now we want to schedule it. So we want to give it some dates. So for that we are going to go into schedule fee collection. And here we are going to click on create fee collection. So we need to select again for G1 2014 and give it a name. So let's say we are going to say fee collection for G1 2014, both the batches. So I am giving here G1 2014. And is there any fine that is applicable? Yes. So you can select that. And you can give the start date, you can give the end date. Let's give end date as tomorrow. End date and due date can be same, or if you want to make them different, they can be different. I can give 13 as due date. Let's keep it as 12 for now. So I am creating this fee collection. And fee collection, it takes some time to get created because there are a lot of students who might belong to these two batches. So it will be showing you as a scheduled job. So it is going to take some time for when the fee is going to get created. In the meanwhile, we'll just see the students here. And we'll just see what all categories they belong to. So it will make us understand better about how the fee structure when it gets created will look like. So we'll go to students and we'll just see here. So Jack is a staff child. You can see when I might have admitted Jack into the institution, I might have selected the category as staff child. So he should be getting 500 discount on the fees because that is what we have set. Discount of 500 in total fee for staff children. So we'll see how this fee structure looks like for Jack. So you can see you'll get once you've scheduled the fee collection, this is what is the message that you're going to get. And we can see that it is over. So we can see that we'll be able to see the fees collection now. So I'm going to go back to fees. We can go to view schedule fee collection and view because we've already created for this batch. So let's see for G1A 2014. So this is what we just created. And see, this is the full structure that you see now. So what is the fee collection name? What is the category? What is fine if it is applicable? Start date, end date, due date. All that is shown here. Particulars are shown. And if any discount is applicable, that is shown here. So we can also view the fee collection for this batch. Okay, after that, we can, after you schedule it, let's say the students are now coming to you to pay the fees. So you want to collect the fees now. So we'll click on collect fees. Now there are three ways in which a student can, pay the fees, or the admin can collect the fees from the student. So it can be by the course, it can be for each student, or it can be particular wise payment. So let's start by understanding how to do by course. By course, you are going to select the batch. You're going to select the fee collection that is applicable for that batch, and it is going to list all the students here. So let us see for let us see for John first. So you can see that what is the category of the student? He is a staff child. So you can see that these are the particulars, but since he belongs to this category, he is getting a discount. So the total payable amount for him is 30,500 because he's a staff child. If there is, Jack, again, because he's a staff child, so he's going to have 30,500. And in case of Jill, since he's sibling institution and we did not create any discount for such category, he will have to pay the full amount. So you can, let's pay the amount for, let's say we're going to pay it for Jack. So 30,500, you can click on pay fees. And it'll show fees is paid. So for Jack has fees for Jack has been paid. So this is how you can pay fees for a student who is coming to you to pay fees. Okay, and the other way of doing it is if you remember the name or the admission number of the student. So we can do it for each student instead of going into the course and submitting. So let's say we want to know for Juliet. She is in G1B 2014. And there will be two options that you get when you do fee submission for each student, which is fee collection wise payment. So here, when you open it, you will see that all the collections that are applicable for Juliet, they will appear here. Since we've created only one collection, so only one is appearing. So you can open it, and again the same thing will appear, the one that we already saw, and we can pay fees here as well. So fees is paid for Juliet as well. And the other one was, another option was there. Let's go again here, which was pay all fees. So this is similar thing. So all the fee collections will be listed here, and all the amount will be here, and you can pay amount because we've already paid for Juliet. So it is showing amount to be paid as 0 and fees is paid. So for each student, fees can also be paid. And the third way is particular wise fee payment. So let's understand what is this. So let me do it for Jack. So for Jack, this is the, okay, Jack has already paid the fees. Let's select John here. So the person who has not paid the fees. So here you see that John has not paid the fees, and you can see the particulars are being listed here. Also, John is a staff, belongs to staff child category. So discount is also applicable to him. So actual amount that he has to pay is 30,500. So what we are going to do here is, I'll just show you how we can pay fees for John. So for registration fee, this is particular wise payment. See, because you might want to apply this 500 discount on a particular component here, on a particular component. So what we are going to do is, I'm going to write 12,000. And to this registration fee, let's say I want to apply this 500 discount. So I am going to click on this add discount, and let me give the name as staff child discount. And what is the discount amount? Let's say I want it to be 500. And the rest of it is proper. Yeah, so this is how it will be done. So left amount to pay, this is actually the left amount to pay. This is 0. When he has paid this 30,500. You can see that what I've done is, I have taken the registration fee and I've put the discount that was applicable to John here itself. I can also put it partially, so I can give 200 here and something like this. You can give it proper names, and the rest part here. It's the same thing. So what I'm doing is I'm splitting the discount particular wise. So this can also be done. So I can click on pay fees in this case, and I'll be able to pay fees for John, which is now fully paid. So you can even see the details, how the discount is split what all particulars were there and what is the amount that he has paid. He has paid the full amount. You can even do partial payment of amount. So I'll just show you that as well. Let's say you do not want to pay full amount. So I have this student with me. So what we'll do is, for this student Rachel as well, we have 500 discount that is applicable. What I'll do is I'm going to put 12,000. I'm going to put here, let's say I'm going to put the full discount here. And I don't want to pay the rest of the amount. I'm going to pay it later on. This can be done. Okay, so this partial payment is also possible. So I'm paying fees. So you can see this left amount to pay becomes 19,000 now for her. And what she's paid is 11,500. So again, I can pay some part here, and again that transaction will get added here. So all that, this is also possible in Fedena. We can even print the receipt by clicking on this print receipt. Okay, so this is how you collect fees in Fedena. So we've seen the 3 ways of collecting fees. We can even view the fee structure. So let me see for Jack. So this is just, just to see how the fee structure for a student looks like. So you can search the student by name, and it will appear. This full particular list will appear. Okay, then we can even see the students who have not paid the fees. So you can go to fee defaulters, we can select the grade, we can select the batch, the fee collection that is applicable. So Jill, in this grade G1A 2014, Jill is the one who has not paid the fees till now. Similarly, we can see for the other one as well. So there is some student who has not paid the fees. See, Rachel is coming here because she has not paid the fees fully. We paid partially for Rachel. So even if a small amount of fees is left, it will be coming in fees defaulters. Okay, and then a fees refund. Refund in the sense that let's take an example and let's do it then. So let's see for this collection. Let's say I want to give some year-end refund. Okay, and refund validity means from what date can you start giving the refund. So from today, this refund will be valid. And what is the percentage? Let's say 2%. So which means that I want to return 2% of the fees that is already paid by students back to them. So I'm creating this. And we can, now we've created the rule. We can apply the rule to the student who has already paid the fees. So Jack has already paid. So Jack, I'm going to click here. And we are going to select the fee collection for which he has already paid. And see, it is already calculating here that 2% of 30,500 is 610. And I want to refund it. So you can give some description here and you can refund the amount back to Jack. So this can be done for other students as well. But refund is only applicable to the students who have paid the fees. Other students will not have refund. Okay, then we have student fees headwise report. So let's see, this is a very handy feature. This is new in Fedena 3.3. So we'll see batch-wise report. So I'm selecting the batch, I'm selecting the course, the batches will appear and I'm going to click on search. So here below, we can see actually the details of who has paid how much. So Jack, who is user 2, this is the admission number, who belongs to this batch G1A 2014. This is the fee collection that is applicable to him. This is the left amount to be paid by Jack, 0. Why? Because he's already paid the fees. This is the paid amount. And this is the particulars. And if he has any discounts, that are applicable to him are also shown. So from here, you can very well make out how many students have paid how much amount. For example, Rachel, she has done partial payment. So this is the amount that she has to pay, and this is the amount that she's already paid. So we can see all the details batch-wise using this fees head-wise report. And the same thing we can do collection-wise as well. So we are going to select the batch. What all collections are applicable for this batch will appear. So I'm selecting it, and the same thing I can see. So only this batch is being displayed because that is what is opened from here. And then we have student-wise reports. So if you remember the name of the student, you can search from here, click on it, and it is going to show all the details here. So you can see since Jack has already paid the amount, so amount paid is showing like this, amount to pay is 0, and all the particulars come like this. So this is also a very handy feature that can help. So what all we have done now is in finance is we have seen the fees part. So we have seen creating fees, we have seen how to collect fees, how to set dates, we have seen a collection of fees, so the 3 ways in which the fees can be collected. We have seen the structure of the fees. For each student we can see, even for batch we can see. We have seen how to see the list of students who have not paid the fees. We have seen how to refund the fees, and the detailed fees report also we can see. So this is how we can configure, given a scenario, we can configure fees in Fedena. Now in case you have any questions, any more doubts regarding this, you can visit support.fedena.com. This is the site, and you can search your doubts there. So have a nice day. Take care. Bye-bye.